Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are in Tulliyollal to unlock our role quests. Uncouth customers. Desiree, I was wondering when you'd be along. Not a moment too soon either. I got an urgent job that needs doing, and there's no one else I trusted with. Of course, you'll be wanting to know the details. It's a long story, so why don't you grab a seat over there? I'll join you shortly. Alright. Now that we're all settled, allow me to introduce myself properly. I'm Brooke Evu, proprietor of Xbalyav Ty'e. As you know, my establishment is open to anyone. People hailing from across Tural, and sometimes further, come here to whet their appetite and slake their thirst. Given how we turn no one away, it's inevitable that a few bad apples might mix into my motley patrons, and then let's her up. A particularly rotten bunch was here not long ago. Sitting just over there, in fact, and having a conversation most foul. I thank you all for coming here so far from your respective homes. Alright. As this is the first time we've all gathered in one place, perhaps formal introductions are in order. I am... Welcome, welcome. What you'll be having? Could you have a moment, please? We're in the middle of something very important. Now then, where was I? Ah yes, I'm a PI. If you're sitting here right now, it's because I've personally invited you to the passage of the Unbound. My secretive, villainous order with ambitions to sow discord throughout the world. Villains do not often call themselves such. Nor do secret orders have their meetings in places where all eyes can see. What do you know? Your snide remarks only ruin my carefully constructed atmosphere. If I had time to think of a suitable slogan, you'd understand that words are everything. But I digress. I invited you all here for one reason. To throw the world into a mire of chaos and then watch its nations crumble. What else would we call ourselves if not villainous? My only interest is to punish all who've dared to mock and belittle me. So long as I can achieve that, you can call me whatever you like. The rich, the powerful, the mighty, all shall be crushed under the weight of my ire. A grand design for a group of 6. Even if we manage to muster others to our side, there's a limit to what we can accomplish. I regret to say you're right, at present we are bound and powerless. But it's why, in order to raise our fists against our oppressors, we must find the strength to shatter our shackles. And in so doing, we shall become unbound, like a bird soaring up above. We shall take flight and spread our wicked wings, staining the azure skies black. But sometimes skies become treacherous with clouds, and even birds must rest. You speak of finding strength. Is that why we're here? To look for it? If so, then I pledge my aid. With newfound might at my beck and call, I shall win a adoration known only by a hero. Your eagerness is heartening, and you are correct. The tools to make our goal a reality lie in Tural. Across this continent can be found certain artifacts which possess untold power. Did you say artifacts? I sense an adventurous hunt for instruments of devious devilry ahead. My imagination is overflowing with images of a new forms my trickery might take. I dare say the world is not ready. Yes, well, to get to the heart of the matter, the objects are held by the disparate tribes which make their homes in the Tulliyollal continent, and they have been passed down through generations as sacred treasures. Whatever stories these people have attached to their so-called treasures matters not. Each contain the essence of fearsome beasts called Tulliyollal Vidral. With them in our possession, none shall be able to stand against us. We shall take the objects out for ourselves, bring them across the sea, and use them to undermine nations far and wide. The means by which you each choose to do so, I leave in your hands. I only ask that you do not disappoint. I take it there are no questions. Then let the passage of the Unbound open unto the world. We begin at once. What is this, an evil D&D party? They didn't order a single thing. That's the long and short of it. What do you think? They left without ordering anything. Villainous indeed. It's right there in their name. They're unbound by manners and respect, and won't be welcome back here anytime soon. You on the other hand can stay as long as they like. Gladly. Of course, we had a duty to report if we heard to the Landsguard. We did, but it didn't make a damn difference, because soon we learned those unwelcome guests had teeth. Not long ago, one individual from a remote village came here seeking help recovering a stolen relic. Then another came with the same story, then another, and so on. By the time we realized the passage of the Unbound was a real threat, they had one and all made their way across the sea with their ill-gotten gains. Each tribe has sent one of their own to recover what was lost, but being in strange lands, they're at a disadvantage. That's why I've been looking for someone who knows every corner of Eorzea and beyond. Now I know you have business in Tulliyollal, and else you wouldn't be here in the first place. But if you could take the time to hear Ralmajun out, you'd be doing a service to many who could really use a helping hand. Greetings. Allow me to thank you personally for lending your assistance in this matter. We've been quite desperate for someone suitable. Greetings, Ralmajun. At the risk of becoming a daily nuisance, I must ask, have there been any developments you might share? A nuisance, so I perish the thought. You've come just in time. In fact, none other but the wanted Desiree has agreed to aid the search. Finally, a fortunate turn. So long as our sacred treasures are in wicked hands, our home shall know no peace. To say nothing of the danger they pose to other nations. If these thieves really do intend to stir up chaos across the seas, then you better depart on the next ship. But before you do, it might be proper to introduce you to those who have come to Tulliyollal in search of aid. Loa Zenikve. There comes from a village far to the north. A single warrior cannot hope to withstand the power of her tribe's relic, so she requires a stout protector, so tank. Someone that can be leaned on when times are darkest. The heirloom that Niepin must recover afflicts terrible maladies upon their victims. You seek someone who commands great healing magics to counteract this effect. The search for Shapia's tribal treasures has been entrusted to a peerless hunter. She requires someone to act as a frontline fighter who can distract her target while her bow takes deadly aim. Melee DPS. And lastly, there is Tsuhi, who knows little about her people's ancient artifact aside that it must not fall into the wrong hands. She seeks a mage of great power, but anything beyond that lies shrouded in mystery. Aren't you forgetting someone, Raholja? Your cries is just as pressing, even if you won't say so yourself. Raholja hails from further south than even Mamuk, and has traveled many days and nights in search of someone who can strike down their prey from afar. So this is range DPS. It's the only way to escape the effects of its village's treasure. Did I get that right? Indeed, indeed. I do get so forgetful in my old age. Thank you, Ralmajun. 5 tribes, 5 stolen treasures. All are waiting for the aid of a brave soul. Hopefully that can be you, Desiree. Of course, I share what I know on the matter. You only need ask. And know that we're not holding it against you should you choose to assist only those for whom your talents are best suited. So long as you do what you can, the people of Tural, and maybe even further, will be in your debt. You have gained access to the Rolequest for Dawntrail. A separate questline and story is now available for tank, melee DPS, physical range DPS, magical range DPS, and healers. Speak with the people of Tural gathered in Xbalyav Ty'e and assist them with recovering their stolen treasures. Good, but I think I'll do the introductory quest here in one episode and begin the actual quest in the next. Until next time then, I'm Mason. Don't get lost.